I'm generally not a fair individual. I know some people like to call me unbiased, usually fans that agree with everything I say, but that's not true. I'm a social commentator with very strong opinions. That's why I have nearly 600,000 subscribers. Who the fuck would watch a guy who just sits on the fence saying, well, this side of the argument has merit, but, then again, so does this one, so, I don't know, I guess all I can say is, the world's a crazy place, right? No one wants to watch that. People like strong opinions. Every social commentator or entertainer that does opinion-based humor is biased. From comedians like John Oliver and Louis Black on the left, to conservative talk show hosts like Rush Limbaugh and Bill O'Reilly on the right, they're all biased. Of course they are. It's not a bad word. It's worse to not have any bias, to be some fence-sitting Nancy who has zero convictions whatsoever. But, that being said, even I can sometimes defend those I dislike. In this case, it's Justin Bieber and Amy Schumer. I dislike Bieber because he's a great example of what happens when kids get too famous too quickly and act like spoiled little shits who can do whatever they want. Although he's managed to keep himself relatively clean in recent months. Worst thing he did lately is he got a stupid cross tattoo the size of some ball stubble on his face. Whatever. Amy Schumer is a hypocrite, as I pointed out in a previous video, believing that she's allowed to joke about certain things, but other people are not. However, both of them recently had run-ins with entitled fans. And if I had a tier system of things I hate, slack-jawed, entitled fucks are way higher on the list than annoying celebrities. I don't have to deal with annoying celebrities day to day. In fact, I can just not go on social media and they pretty much disappear. However, I do have to deal with shitty humans who think they're owed everything every day. We all do. You've been in line with some asshole at the grocery store with a cart full in the 8 items or less lane who feels their time is more important than others, so they should get to use the express lane. You've been at the theater with Cunty McGee on her phone, who feels she paid for a ticket, so she should be allowed to do whatever she wants. You've had people cut you off in traffic, or run a red light while you're trying to turn on an advanced green. You've been shoved out of the way at the bar by someone who got there after you so they could get their drink first. If the human race was a body, entitled fucks are the herpes of it. Not fatal, but irritating and pretty much impossible to get rid of. So, Amy Schumer had a run-in with a fan who she claims filmed her without her permission, and then demanded a picture. And when she said no, he said, "This is America, we paid for you." Which he of course denied because, of course you would. No one would admit to saying that unless they were a world-class shithead. Meanwhile, a couple of months after saying he didn't want to do meet and greets anymore, Justin Bieber posted this statement on Instagram. "If you happen to see me out somewhere, know that I'm not going to take a picture. I'm done taking pictures." And, "I realize people will be disappointed, but I don't owe anybody a picture." And people who say, "But I bought her album," know that you got my album, and you got what you paid for, an album. A rep at a Lucky Strike bowling center said they believe this is due to an incident that happened that week at their venue, when a family acted like they were looking for a bathroom while trying to get close to him and demanded photos, implying they were owed a photo because they had bought Justin's albums. Justin handled it better than Amy, I think. He didn't try and publicly shame someone while doing it, but either way, the point is that celebrities don't owe you anything. Are they rich and famous because millions of mouth breathers bought their shit? Of course they are. But that's because they provided a product that you wanted and you paid for. You don't get to walk into Walmart and say, "Hey, we made you rich. Give me some free jeans and a couple boxes of fucking Lucky Charms." That's not how the world works. You paid for what you got, be it a ticket to see a show, an album, or you watch them for free on YouTube or TV and generated ad revenue that trickles down to them at some point. But that doesn't mean that they owe you anything else. And it's a job like any other job. It just happens to be a very public job that makes a lot of money. But again, it makes a lot of money because of the high demand of the product. I feel like I've made this argument before, but you people that complain about minimum wage being too low and how shitty it is that companies make millions while the laborers make nothing, Would you not be pissed that a celebrity that generates millions of dollars for a company only got paid a middle-class salary or less? No, of course you wouldn't, because that doesn't benefit you. So yes, it's a job that makes a lot of money and keeps them in the public eye because everyone's fascinated with celebrities' lives for some reason. But like any job, you're not expected to do it 24/7. Imagine if you worked at a grocery store, and someone came up to you while you were eating dinner in public and was like, "Oh hey, you work at the Myers, right? Hey, what's this week's meat deals? Any good steak specials coming up? Hey, stop eating and talk to me. I shop there. I pay your salary. You owe me." I think you'd be pretty annoyed. Now, there is a respectful way to do it, and everyone that I've ever met that recognized me has been pretty cool, said hi, wasn't shitty or disrespectful, but I'm also not Bieber or Schumer famous. They're going to attract way bigger weirdos than a guy with a small following on YouTube. So knock this entitled shit off. They don't owe you a goddamn thing. They didn't sign up to have their picture taken with drooling idiots all day. And if you're disappointed by this fact, I'm sorry to tell you, but life is full of all sorts of disappointment. Unfortunately, that's a lesson entitled people learn way too late in life, if they ever learn it at all.